I took my son and left in that expensive car. Ashish called many times afterward and apologized repeatedly, but I told him only one thing. A man who cannot protect his wife's dignity is not worthy of being with me. Hello, I am Kareena. Today I turned 35 years old. In this glamorous city of California, I am living a simple life. But my life was not always like this. At the age of 21, when girls dream, I got married. And with that marriage began a 10-year-long test in my life, something no one had ever imagined. I was hiding a secret, the name of my father, a name that controls half the business of this city. But when my mother-in-law called me a beggar and threw me out of the house, one phone call shocked everyone. My father is one of the biggest real estate tycoons in California, but since childhood, I never liked arrogance. I wanted someone to love me not for my money, but for my nature. So when I fell in love with Ashish at the age of 21, I never told him who I really was. Ashish was a software engineer from a middle-class family. We got married. At the wedding, my father tried to stop me. He said, "Kareena, people without money can sometimes hurt your dignity for the sake of money." But I didn't listen. I made a condition with my father. "I don't need even a single rupee from you. I want to live as a simple wife." With tears in his eyes, my father accepted my decision and made me promise not to reveal my identity to anyone for 10 years. The 10 years after marriage were not easy for me. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Sharma, was a very ambitious woman. She always felt that her son should have married a girl from a wealthy family. She insulted me every day, calling me an orphan and poor. "Kareena, clean this floor. A girl like you from the streets is living in a palace because of my son. This is your great fortune." She would scold me like this every morning. I stayed silent and endured it. Wiping sweat in the heat of the kitchen, I would think, if my mother-in-law knew that the house I live in is smaller than the hundreds of houses my father donated, what would her reaction be? Ashish loved me, but he never spoke in front of his mother. Time passed. I turned 35. We also had a 9-year-old son. But my mother-in-law's cruelty did not lessen. She wanted Ashish to divorce me and marry his boss's daughter so that their family could become rich. One evening, it was pouring heavily in California. Ashish was out of town for office work. My mother-in-law suddenly came into my room and threw all my clothes outside. "Get out of my house. I just got a call from Ashish's boss. He has chosen Ashish for his daughter. A poor girl like you cannot stay in our house even for a minute," she shouted. I pleaded, "Mother, it's raining outside and my son is sick. Where will I go?" But she grabbed my hand and pushed me out the door. My son was crying. At that moment, my patience finally broke. That promise of 10 years ended today. I took out my phone and dialed the number I hadn't touched in 10 years. "Hello, Dad? Please come pick me up. I'm waiting for you in this small alley in California." After about 15 minutes, 5 black luxury SUVs pulled up in that simple alley. My mother-in-law was watching from the window and thought maybe the police had arrived. But when bodyguards in suits stepped out of the cars and opened the door of one vehicle, the richest man in California, Mr. Roberts, stepped out. My mother-in-law was shocked. Mr. Roberts walked straight toward me and hugged me. "My daughter, your exile ends today," he said. Trembling, my mother-in-law came outside. "Mr. Roberts, you here? This beggar, Kareena, who is she to you?" My father said in a serious voice, "Beggar? Mrs. Sharma, the company you say my son-in-law works for, I am the owner of that company, and the one you are throwing out onto the street is the sole heir to half of this city's wealth." My mother-in-law's face turned pale. She tried to fall at my feet. "Kareena, forgive me, I didn't know." I shook off her hand and said, "Mother, you didn't hate me. You hated my poverty. If I were still poor today, you would never have forgiven me. So give that forgiveness not to me, but to your own ego." I took my son and left in that expensive car. Ashish called many times afterward and apologized repeatedly. But I told him only one thing. A man who cannot protect his wife's dignity is not worthy of being with me. Today, at the age of 35, I am managing my father's business. I still walk on the streets of California, but now I am not afraid of anyone. The lesson I learned is simple. Never lower your value, because people treat you not based on your heart, but on your status.